nice, yeah?
So I know the same people.
She gave me one, everything she gave me one, you know. Take us some more.
Okay, man.
So, we'll keep it there. Yeah, with another star.
Okay, man. I woke up in the good. I don't know why, but I'm feeling so good, like I want the whole mood. I'm not gonna put on a t-shirt today. Feel like it's winter today. I make her smile, I make her laugh. I make her dance, I make her wine. Feel like getting down to me, God. Feel like touching down to me, God.
I'll make you one, make you one, make you one.
I'll make you smile. I'll make you feel like after that, I'll take you to my place where we will play. I'll be home to play. Yeah. Feeling good. Jump. Feeling good.
So anyway, guys, good evening. I finally found a method to put an Android radio in this Prius. So I'm going to explore it. It can actually be, I don't know where to look. I look here. When I look here, I'm looking at you. That's why I don't like this arrangement. That's Jagan. So I finally found a way of putting an Android radio here. So very soon our sound will be better. So I'm thinking the two speakers in front, they don't look like they are blown. I have not yet sorted that, and the rest of my week has been too busy. Muyombi Mark, Hussein Munyanto, Ali Collins, Thomas, Samuel, Zach, Chambade, Hannington, Fahad Lubuka, Nectar. How are you, my people? Mulimutia, Nabali Mukamori, how are you? How is your Sunday? Munange, onogobaita ceramic tint if you didn't know. Now this tint here, you can see outside, but the person outside cannot see inside. Otsegeda, you can see outside. Also rubalaba, boba tebasobola kula ogobaita ceramic. Hannington, I mean, we to wano aliseni chityamweso gamba otya. Motion by Benji, how are you? So today is Sunday, and I missed you guys yesterday. And today I could not miss you again. So I did 2 inspections over the past 2 days. Yesterday I did an inspection, very fast. Hi Louis, how are you? And I'm going to do a short broadcast again today. Why? But abani bange bali edibali mukuzanya. So look in Nababe. So that we need to connect with children. That's the only time we have to connect with them. I'm busy, so we have to take advantage of this time. So I'm going to try to take advantage. In your life, what did you do for fun? I am not the kind of person that goes for these things. Like, but my kids can play on the bouncing castle for like 3 hours. I take a tobacco and those over drinking water. Never knew massing, never die. No way that. But how are you? We bought a RAV4 on Friday. It's interesting. The story of the RAV4 is almost the story of the Primo. But let me start with the Primo. Now, the Primo was bought yesterday. Yesterday, I was doing a review video. I was given permission to do a review on the entire collection of Sinotrack. You guys know Sinotrack as the guys that create that big red lorry that you see, yeah? But apparently, Sinotrack also they make double cabins. They even have a small car. Finally, my goal, if you've seen the description of this channel, my goal is by 23rd July 2029, you know, kubanga mvuge moroke ya 0 mileage. Your goal so that you remind me, how far are we without 0 mileage car? 2029 July 23rd tugenda batugula emmoroka 0 mileage obanga twagigula dda obanga tugenda kugigula obanga twagisasuddeko but nate tunagigula tujja batugisibyeko. So I don't know, all of you guys get an enormous goal and look at it. For me, that's an enormous goal. Yeah, that's an enormous goal. I know you would say, Arthur, why don't you dream about getting a bigger Bond car? No, I want to drive a zero mileage car. Yesterday, I drove what Senator calls a light truck. Elf. Then I drove Jevaita H3 tipper, a Yeringa forward. I was able to drive them. It was the first time for me to drive a car that has 4 gears low, 4 gears high. It was my first time, but it was nice. So I'm going to go back and drive what they call the M7. And this week, I'm going to work on my permit to put the class of the one that allows me to drive Sinotrack. Then I'll put one that allows me to drive a trailer. Then I'll of course I'm getting training for them. And then I'll put one that allows me to drive a bus. I want to drive everything. I'll put one that allows me to drive a grader, tractor, everything I can to us. So Karachilan Leonard, how are you? Starch events on Kariki. How are you? So guys, we bought a RAV4 and a Premio. So let me start with the story of the Premio. It's going to be a short broadcast. Don't go. Stay here until we finish. Guys, I don't know if do you see me looking at you? Yesterday, I was driving. Yes, I see no tracks. This person did not. Sorry guys, I've just switched network. So I was telling you, I asked network kanyongezeka volume 1. Nothing gonna last for long. Time does not wait. Okay, man. Yes, guys, network ebakomya mali embozi yange. Kemuza kutwale up tonight. Hanzina mutela ku chicken tonight. God give me a chance, I'll blow your mind. Yes, guys, welcome back. Kasule Ramadan, how are you? Muyombi Mark. Mkomye network ibade tukora kuna egenda tele nakati nchusiza. How many meals do you eat before a workout? FK Abuza. Well, it depends where you are. I was working out with Chris Fitness last weekend. They don't so day because batabani bangiche batankora. You know, but wanakupa katemba demba subidize banga. So I had to bring them today. But Chris Fitness says, for the guys that don't know, mugende ku channel munonyi Chris Fitness kwali is a member of the community. He says you eat like an hour before a workout, yeah, so that the food goes to the muscles. Work out, yeah, then eat, yeah, that works. You eat so that the food gets digested, work out, then eat again to rejuvenate yourself, yeah. So that's the best way to work out, to eat. Don't eat like 10 minutes before you go to the gym. Which take it. Eat, let the food work, then go. And eat a lot of nutrients. So today I've not been able to work out here. I'm going to work out when I go home. I have weights at home, so it's what I'm going to use, because when I in a gym, they have a shadow of a gym. It's not really a gym, so I will not work out. So anyway, let's wait to see if the rest of our friends come back. Those are the girls that tell you that they need that. So, but then about story RAV4. So we head out. We look at the RAV4 outside. Hi, Lawrence Omuli, how are you? Lawrence Biabukama, how are you? Aishuka Blair, how are you? So the RAV4 outside had a bad engine. We call the Indian or Pakistani or whatever they are. And he denies the engine being bad. So I tell him, you know what? Let's leave this car running. Listen to the engine. Let's go to the one inside. So we head out to the one inside and we start it. And clearly, the Indian himself hears the difference in the engine sound. You know, engine the car inside had a lot of dents. No one when the chassis lining there now, the bonnet had damage, road damage. Generally it was cleaner than the one outside. So it got the time for them to bargain. And then the Indian said he would only sell that car to us at 54 million shillings. Now remember, he had a Subaru that he had valued at 21 million shillings, but then this gentleman had already deposited 16 million shillings with this person. So 16 plus 21, that's 37. Yeah, that's 37. Is it 16 21 16 21 6? That's 7. Yeah, that's 37 million shillings. He had already deposited 16 million shillings plus the 21. That would be 37 million shillings. But then we got talking, and I think the brother was the person that was really not into buying a car that had a bit of issues. If you can get a car that is really perfect. So we got talking and we said, you know what? At that moment, I thought the Indian was buying the car 23 because that's what we had. So we went back to the Subaru and it didn't really look that bad. The engine sounded bad, but the car didn't look that bad. So we called a few people, a few traders that could buy the Subaru, and they all wanted to buy it at 20 million shillings. And that's when I asked the gentleman, how much is the Indian buying this car? The gentleman says the Indian is buying it at 21 million shillings. And I tell him, but I have people that can buy it at 20 million shillings. If at all, you want to go look at other good cars. So what we do is that then we leave the Subaru there. We don't tell the Indian that we are thinking of changing our mind. We go and look at other cars. And we wanted to look at a car that works, that you can drive right away. So we went to the particular place. And remember, now we were buying on credit as well. So we wanted to pay about 40 million shillings cash and then take the car. But we wanted to go to get a good bargain. So we drive and go to this other bond. They still have a warehouse again. And they had three RAV4s. They had three RAV4s, same year, same model, 2010, 2011. And that was the first RAV4 we looked at. And if you know how RAV4s look like, you would know why we picked this particular RAV4. It has bumper skirts, side skirts, which make it look really nice. There was another RAV4 that had extra buttons on the dashboard, which made it a little bit special. But then on the outside, it did not look as good as this RAV4. Now, all these cars that we looked at were really clean, yeah? But this one, first of all, had a drier engine. Twitter engine, I don't know how to explain that. The sound of the engine, so with the engine in Kalu. Yona engine embisi ngekuba oil ogojulira kubanga itandise okuba oil obanga yuma itandise okwetokota, so you can hear that. So engine ngankalu, it had side skirt which made it look better, but also one of the other two RAV4s had a spare tire on the boot. Now RAV4s that have spare tires on the boot normally give people a hard time with the boot door, yeah, luba lukubagana. So ngate this RAV4 that we took does not have a spare tire. It comes with the tire repair kit. It's always the better version. I know having a spare tire on the car seems like it's something that is nice, but the boot will be giving you a lot of trouble. You'll have to be in the garage every now and then to fix the boot. So that's how we chose that. So we bargained with this person, and he also wanted 55 million shillings. But then we told him we cannot give you 55 million shillings we'll pay 50, blah blah blah, and we say we are paying 40 million first payment. And then we got an idea, if we pay 41, we had 42 million shillings cash. So we bargained, and this gentleman, this was also an Indian, allowed to sell us the RAV4 at 54 million shillings if we paid 41 million shillings first payment. And then we went back to the other place where we left the Subaru, where this gentleman had deposited on a RAV4. So when we go back, the first thing we did was take the Subaru for sale, because we talked with this RAV4 that was good. The buyer nagamba sidda yeri iri murukambi, which was totally clear. I wish you guys had seen that RAV4. Some of you guys are out inspection. That's why I'm telling you. You see the Primo that was bought at 45 million shillings yesterday. It would have been bought at 45 million shillings in better condition. So, so we go back and we get the Subaru. We get someone that is willing to buy it. 20 million shillings. So I go to the office. So when there are things I did not see when we went there. You know, Katinze Orumba Embera inspection. Because people will think I'm the problem. So when we went back, these two brothers, they went to the Indian to ask him to refund the 16 million that was paid to him in cash. The Indian Nasoka Yechanga, but one of the brothers is connected. And before we knew it, the Indian had gone with the buyer in the office to refund money. So when we get the 20 million shillings for the person that bought the Subaru, we get to the office, and the person that bought this very person, refunding us is the one that sold the Subaru to this gentleman. So I come to him and I say, the person has given us the 20 million shillings and taken the car, but he wants transfer forms. If you can't give him transfer forms, he brings back your car, you give him his money. So the Indian asks for money for 50,000 for transfer forms, and we pay. Whenever more transfer forms, we went and paid for the good RAV4. And that was our day that day. It was, you know, when I'm telling the story, it seems like it was very simple. It wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't. The first bit of the inspection, us meeting the Indian guy and seeing the bad RAV4s, that took us like 2 to 3 hours, I think. And then the second phase of us leaving that Indian going to the Subaru took us like 40 minutes. Then from the Subaru going to the bond where we saw this good RAV4 took us about 1.5 hours. And then we went back to the Subaru to get our cash and sell the Subaru. That took us like 2 hours again. So yes. And then it's Friday normally, I have to do a Chimeza. So I left that place at around 5:30, running to go do Chimeza. So that was my day that day. Am I happy about our purchases? Yes, I think I'm happy about especially the RAV4. Am I happy about the Primo? Hell no. I'm not happy. I think these guys would have done better. But the thing that happens with you guys buying cars is normally you're looking for the cheapest option. Don't look for the cheapest option. Look for the best option. Kubanga, even the best option can be made to go into the range of the cheapest option. Let me tell you one thing. In RAV4, it was considered to be cheap. The RAV4 is actually cheap. But we went and got something that was in the same price range. I think it's not considered cheap, but the grade was much better. Now someone will ask, odometer zona zabadde kwatemu neri wabadde zibagamba nti za raisi nayo odometer yabadde zona zabadde kwatemu, but that's totally okay. I think I'm one of the people that bought a car that was not tampered with the odometer, one of the few, and that doesn't happen every day, by the way. There are cars we find in the odometer tampered with netuchira banene tuchirekerayo okitegeera. But there are cars that I think people don't have, like the hybrid. Normally hybrids batera zitamparinga with the kuzona zenalabako just condition yegoba nenga yo odometer beta tampered with. So guys, nyina basibule dakika ziweza asatu zenabagambi aganyira kola very short broadcast nyeneza nyine batabani bangi kodi. I don't really play, it's like I'm supervising their play. I don't know how to play with my kids. Ira ngenda nentula nempulira abasajja nga bagamba ngenda nenzanya ne batabani bange muliro nga katuzanya otene bato katinze butuma tuzanya batabani bange tuzanya ludo, snakes and ladders, scrabble. Awo tuzanya nebe nabyo kubuka bukatuderi. They have to know that their dad is their dad. tuzanya games za bwongo, Ludo, Scrabble. My kids know how to play Ludo. Bamzanyira ddala lwakuba balwanira kala. Me I am blue, me I am green. Naye kati wano simanyi bengenda zanya nabo. I might end up being supervising their bouncing in the bouncing castle. John's info, how you? Morad K Momo VIP, hi. Lawrence Omule, hi. Sally James, how are you? After did you buy another car? Yee, the Moroka Mazena Kumfi Mwaka Mulamba, Guatamanyi. Moroka Mazena yo Mwaka Mulamba. Bana guys, Kamba see the restaurants about Denja Para Bencha Kumacha. Bencha Kumacha, let me see. What's my program like tomorrow? Tomorrow I wanted to sleep in. But I'll come and do the broadcast in the morning, then go back and see if I can sleep again. Tubula mbantu wagala nini tubule njana ndi agadde ne megena na mukibuga emunangi bitabuka nenga guys mwe bali kwagala for the love of cars Uganda mwe bali kugamba abantu ku convention. Tell people about the convention guys. 30th August tugenda ba umukunyumirwa okwerere. I look forward to seeing you there. I look forward to hosting you. I look forward to eating with you, chatting with you, laughing with you, sharing stories with you. Abaine moroka ngazikoze oguze moroka ne bakola ke mikoro makani kuba broka. You should come share that story. Maybe it can help someone else not make the same mistakes that you made. I'd like to remind you 23rd August 23rd August will stop selling tickets. It will be a Saturday. Tickets. So if you are planning to come for the convention, you have the window between now and 23rd August to start buying ticket. And hey, that's how you switch off. So I've learned something new. So guys, abagenda ogula tickets za Love Focus convention, buy them between now and 23rd. After 23rd, we'll not be selling any more tickets. Why? Because we have to prepare for you guys. Jukira ticket yo yerike chokulya yerike chokunywa yeriko all the activities. So we want to make sure that we prepare properly for a planned number of people, and we need an entire week to plan properly, menus and all those things. So we will not be selling tickets. Nebo onojja n'emitwalo 10 ku mulyango tojja kujja kuyingira. You will not be able to experience what we are going to experience. And I've told you time and again, nebo tunao tulina abantu 30 tujja kola convention egende bulungi ate eri enyume. Kitegera gayi wange. But thank you very much for being here. A number ya booking tickets za Love Focus convention, it's 0760 045 116. That number is also in my names. If in case you're doubting, call the lady that is answering the phone and tell her I want to book my tickets for the convention. Guys, we stop selling tickets on 23rd August, okay? And then the team is working out a couple's offer. The team is working out a couple's offer, and I told them to also work out a family offer because so they're working out a couple's offer. They're also working out a family offer for you guys to come with your families. Yeah, guys, kanginezanye n'abana bange namwe mwazanye n'abamwe mugenazanya n'abamwe nange kanginezanye n'abana abange so that I be a good father. Muyombya Mark Hussein Munyanto, Ali Colin Thomas, Samuel S. Zak, Chambade Annington, Fahad Lubuka, motion by Benji, Chambade Annington, Chitamu Wesi, Alisen, Louis, Karachi Leonard, Starch Events, Chikawariki, Keys, Muyombya Mark, Kasuli Ramadan, FK, Mburani, Jabin, Aishuka Blair, Lawrence Omule, Sally James, John's Info, Murad K, Momo VIP, Presdo Antonio, how are you? Okugurukuri kutia. Twatere the chairman Zach. Good evening, Arthur. If I hypothetically lose my old number plate, do you know a person who can help me get a digital one? Just yes, I do. Not that I want to throw away my. I do, and I have someone. Twagule moroka mu bond. Nemarayo week. Omuyinda for the number plate. I called this guy in the morning. By 4 p.m. number plate yali egenzeko, and he's a member of this community. He might even be watching. Kati mwachemanya nyino munene. Obagwe mankuya no kubira akole number plate za project. Kwa project ejira ku digital. Tetugana jisa ko number plate ejira ku digital. Na yena don't take us for granted. Abali Mukamori, Michael Yuji, abali Mukamori, Benjamin Murunji, abali Mukamori, I don't take it for granted. Nize no President Atoni yazile mwo kuguru kutere dikati. Can you jump? Can you jump? Can you jump, President Antonio? But guys, Abadi Mukamori, the guys that are watching this broadcast later on in the evening or tomorrow morning or later on in the week or in the month, I can never take you for granted. Thank you for choosing to be part of this this journey with me. And don't forget 30th August Love for Cars Convention. And of course, guys, I wish you a very lovely evening. President Anthony, I like Atadeko broadcast now. So Tamalila make Amina. Thank you. I love you to my people. Mukama Bampero Mukisa. Ciao ciao. Hey,